There's increasingly a sense that we have been throwing, to some degree, good money after bad. In large part, the original programs were meant to last several months because there was a view that the country was going to take this seriously, that we were going to be able to stamp this out, we were going to be able to crush this virus and try to return. And that's, from the timeline in terms of the way the money was set up, the ambition. Clearly, the country has not done that. The question, therefore, becomes, what do we do about it? Do we keep throwing money at the business end of the problem? How much money would you throw at the medical end of the problem? It seems like the private market, private sector right now seems to be at least doing a pretty good job in terms of the number of vaccines that are on the table. We'll see whether any of them work, but I'm not sure their success or failure is going to be necessarily a function strictly of money.
Correct, but look at places where there could be success based upon a function of money. The amount of personal protective materials available, which we're running low on again in certain markets. Number two, and probably most importantly, testing continues to be a challenge. People can't get tested. I'm going to visit my elderly parents this weekend. I didn't qualify to be tested here in South Carolina, so I'll go in with a little bit of trepidation. We thrown so much money into this bailout. I think the original CARES Act was over $2 trillion, but we still don't have people being tested as often as they like, as quickly as they like. People are waiting a week now for their test results. Folks will solve this economy. They'll fix the economy on their own, but the government has to give them the tools to do that. That means testing, PPE, healthcare money, as opposed to throwing money on the back end at the symptoms instead of the cause.
In terms of how much money you think is in the offing, not just how much money you think should be spent, but given what you know about Washington, what do you think the appetite is right now to spend some money?
Appetite's probably pretty good to spend a good bit of money. My guess is it'll be at least $1 trillion just because politicians love that next level up of money. I think what's less important than the total number right now is where that money goes. Keep in mind, they've already spent between the Fed and Congress, I think northwards of $6 or $7 trillion worth of stimulus here into this economy. So the amount of money is a lot less important right now than where that money goes.
And in terms of how you would direct that money, would you give it to states in terms of their testing? Would you mandate testing in a broader way? I mean, a lot of the conundrum and challenge has been, frankly, that every state has done it differently.
Yeah, and that's what people have to realize is that public health in this country is and has been forever and probably will continue to be a state-based system. So if you ask, do they have to send the money to the states? Probably so. Does that mean that one state is going to get it better than another? Yes, they probably will, but that's why you elect state governors. That's why you elect state legislatures and so forth. The federal government cannot create a national health care system on the fly. Nor should they. Public health continues to be a local matter much more than a federal matter. So, yeah, you're going to continue to face that challenge, but that doesn't mean that these challenges are insurmountable. It doesn't mean that you should still be waiting. Here we are, 5 months into this crisis, and we're still waiting weeks to get a test or get test results, even if you can get tested. That's simply not excusable right now, given the amount of money that we've thrown at the problem and the amount of time that we've had to fix it.